Let's dive into text generation, a branch of NLP that focuses on producing human-like text based on given prompts or starting sentences. From a simple prompt, it can craft stories, elaborate on ideas, or even pen poetry. Powered by complex models, it expands on initial ideas, offering creative and coherent continuations. Here is a practical instance. Given the prompt, I enjoy walking with my cute dog, the model expands on the idea. As seen, the response may occasionally be unexpected or repetitive. This emphasizes the model's attempt to generate diverse continuations. It's worth noting that while it often produces coherent text, it is still a machine learning model, and its result can sometimes surprise us. As with our previous tasks, we begin by importing the pipeline from the Transformers.js library. Now we will set up our pipeline. For text generation, we are using the Distill GPT-2 model, which is a lightweight version of the powerful GPT-2 model. This pipeline will be our tool for generating text. With our pipeline ready, let's generate some text. By feeding the model a prompt like "I enjoy walking my cute dog," we are instructing it to provide us with continuation based on its training and the context provided. Given our prompt, the model has crafted continuation. Remember, while it is often coherent, the model can sometimes give outputs that are unexpected. It is an exploration of possibilities with words. Okay, let's now go to our web page. We will select the text generation page where we have 3 subtasks that we are going to do. I'll go to Visual Studio Code and I will open the text generation HTML document. Now, as before, the first thing we will do will be to create the script tag. Now, the script tag is of type module because we want to use the import statement inside it. Then we will import the pipeline function from the Transformers.js library. Of course, we can get the latest one from the website. If I go to the website, if I select installation, I can here find the latest URL that I need to use. Let's go back to Visual Studio Code, and now the next step will be to attach the pipeline function that we just created to the window object. And that's because objects inside the script tag of type module are local. So in order to make our pipeline global, we attach it to the window object. So that's our first step. Let's go down to the initialize model method. Here, as you can see, we use the pipeline. We pass it the AI task, which is text generation, and then we pass it the Distill GPT-2 model, which is a lightweight version of the strong GPT-2 model. Of course, this will take some time. That's why this is async, and that's why we use the await keyword. Now, once this is finished, the pipeline will be returned and stored in this generator object. Okay, let's go to the first button handler, generate text. Let's now get the text and store it on text field value constant. The next step will be to call the generator pipeline by passing it this text. The return value will be stored on the constant result. Again, it takes time, and that's why we use await here, and that's why we need it to be async function. Then the last step will be to output the result to the output area after converting it to string. Okay, let's now go to the web page. I put this example, I enjoy walking with my cute dog. I will do generate As you can see, it generated this continuation, but I don't like it. I like it. Of course, there might be some repeatedness, and we will show you how to control these repeatedness in the next task. Okay, now we will go to this subtask. It will be with the same model, but we will put some custom settings to remove some of these repetitions. So I'll go back to Visual Studio Code, then on Generate Text 2, which is the handler for the second button, we will first get the text from the input text, store it in this variable, then we will call the generator, we will pass the text, and we will pass a JavaScript object. This JavaScript object will contain some customizations as we see here. The temperature controls the randomness. It can be from 0 to 2. 0 is very deterministic and 2 it is random, and a value between 0 and 2 will control the randomness. So here we specify 2, which we expect something to be creative, to be random. Max new tokens equal 20. This determines how many tokens. We say token when we mean words in NLP. So tokens, which are almost the same as words, the maximum generated here will be 20. Repetition penalty, it can be from -2 to +2. -2 means that you can repeat the words as much as you can, while +2 will prevent you from keep using the same words. We here have 1.5, which indicate that we will rarely repeat the same words. And finally, the number of return sequences, it means how many text you need to generate. In this case, we will generate more than one text. Okay, let's now continue this function. So we will output the result to the output area after converting it to a string. Let's go now to the web page and let's generate. As you can see, it generated 2 text because we asked it to, and here we asked it to continue the text for us. Once upon a time there was, and you can see the 2 continuations that it has created. It is random and it is creative because we specify the temperature to be high, and it is not repeating the same words. That's because we provided penalty on reusing the same words. Okay, the next one is generating code. Of course, some of the text generation not necessarily will be spoken language. It can be also code. So here we will generate a continuation for this function, which is apparently in Python. So let's go back to our Visual Studio Code. Here we need to import or to create a new pipeline. It is text generation because code generation is text generation. But here we have a model that is tuned or trained to complete the code. We store it on the code generator. Go back to the function below generate code. We get the text. We call or invoke the pipeline and pass it this text, and the result we convert it to string and output it to the output area. Let's now go to the web page. Let me generate code. You will see now that it found this code and it expected it to be in Python. So it completed if n equal 0, then return 0, f, and so on. Of course, I didn't generate long text, but it could have generated longer text.